Hey everybody, Miss Tracy here, and we're here on Warframe, and we're here on Cetus on Earth, and I'm going to show you all about fishing. I'm going to try to make it quick as possible, so we're going to go ahead and fast travel right away to the fisher. Now the first thing you need is you need to buy a fishing pole, so you go to Browse Wares here. Now I've bought everything, because I've gotten up to Kin here. That's the highest level you can be in Cetus. Shush lady. Okay, so the first one you'll buy here is the Lonzo fishing spear. And I think you can buy the peppered twilight bait and the dye right away too, once you get some standing in Cetus, which you get by doing bounties in Cetus or by turning in fish. So I'll try to explain it with all the fishing poles, but basically if you just start with the Lonzo, you don't have to use all the different fishing poles. It'll just take a few more hits to get some of the fish. So I've already got all this stuff. I've already got my dye made, my bait made, and I equipped the fishing pole in my gear. So we're going to go ahead and get right in there, and I'll fast forward once you get closer. Alright, we're here in the plains now. You can get to the plains by fast traveling to Kanzu and going out the big door, or you can just go straight to the plains by going to Earth. I recommend doing this on friends only, like I've done today. You can't see that right now. Or just get a full group, because you get in here and people will mess this up on you. Now you can't fish in every body of water. Like this one will not give you fish. It's too tiny. So we're going to go over to the lake. Hold the back button. You can see the map. I'm going to put a little target over there and we'll head over. Okay, now we are fishing in the day, which is not the best fishing time, but it looks like it's almost night, so that's good. So right here, if you look, you see the splashing on the water here. This means it's a hot spot. That means you can catch certain fish here and more fish of the regular fish too. Now they've changed the fishing stuff a little bit. You'll see now it says hold RB for actions. The first thing I did was I hit the down button. I went down to my gear and I clicked the fishing pole I have equipped. And now if I hold RB and hit A, or sorry, hold A, I can select which spear I want. And I'll start with the Lonzo. Now it's almost night, but we're going to go ahead and use daytime bait. Now who comes in the lake? So if you look here on the bait, it says where they are and what time. So Glapit are in the ocean at night, Norg are in the lake at night, but nothing else is really in the lake during the day, so we're just going to do peppered bait. Now I hold RB and I tap X this time instead of holding X to select. Now you want dye too, because right now you can't see the fish that well. You can see that one right there. But watch what happens when I throw a dye out. So dye is selected, excuse me. And there we go. Look at them all lit up now. Now we're just going to get kind of boring fish right now because there's nothing good in the lake during the day. If you fish during the day, I recommend fishing in the ocean with the different baits you have here, like the mercury bait. There it is, mercury. And you can use the twilight bait in the ocean during the day too, and you'll get some of the ocean fish then. So now here comes the tricky part. Especially with the sun shining in my way. You want to aim. You want to aim a little bit in front of the fish, or like really at the front of his face. Pull the trigger. And there you go. Now, you notice I brought my cat. This is the Smita Kavat. It has a chance of giving you extra drops, which will double your fish. But I also brought Ivara. She's cool because I can use her. Shush lady.
Number of supply caches nearby. If you are able to accept this mission, travel to the waypoint and recover supplies before our
No. Okay, so I'm going to use her first ability here, but I'm going to hold and change to her dash wire arrow. Now check this out. That's too far. Now, as you can see with Matt here, you can go out on the line with your fishing pole. First, you have to equip your fishing pole before you get on the line. You can't actually equip it when you're on the line. Now, I don't know if you can throw the dye now that they've changed it. You can't throw your dye while on the pole still. Oh, look at the top right of my screen. My cat just gave me an affinity buff, so every fish that I catch right now is going to be double. Not that I really need a bunch of shark eel. But every fish has its use, even these boring daylight fish we got here in the lake. The moth fish are just during the day in the lake. You can cut them up for bait to make bait for other fish, for better fish. There is no way to get rid of that music. It's super loud. Now these fish are kind of just, like I said, boring fish, and they don't take a lot of hits. They're not fancy. Oh, and by the way, when you go on the zip line here, you can't actually aim properly. It's a little different. So you need to kind of aim ahead a little extra. There you go. Just like that. Now, if you look, we still have a hot spot going on, it looks like. There's still some splashing in the water. Once that goes away, we'll want to move on. You can see there's splashing in the water over here, too. Now, there's a lot of area here, but you only need one bait and one dye. Oh, now look, you see how the dye is sinking? And the bait is sinking? That means it is used up. It is time to switch. So let's see, is it still day? It is still day. So we will do pepper bait again. And we'll throw our dye again. Now, I also have pheroma here. I call it pheromones. And that makes the fish calm down a little bit. That's really helpful if you're fishing for cuthall in the pond at night because they move around a lot. I'll show you those in a little bit here once it turns night. So not much extra is happening right now, so I'll fast forward until it's nighttime.
We missed our chance.
Okay, so I just wanted to point out what it looks like when there's not dye and bait going on. You can still see the fish in the areas that have fish in them, like the lake and the ponds and the ocean. It's just a lot easier with dye to see them, and there's a lot more of them with bait. So yeah, we're still waiting for night, and I'm going to keep fast forwarding until we get there. Alright, so it's about... Oh, it just turned night, if you watch that there. From sunset to night. There were sirens that go off in the Grenier camps, meaning it's almost night, and that means there's an Eidolon that's going to spawn here soon. We'll have to watch out for him. But we were just catching mawfish. It looks like the mawfish vanished. So now we're going to try Norg bait, which is that pink bait that's already out. Oh, and there's our first Norg. Now, I am not using the Lonzo, I'm using the Param right now. Let's see. That does catch them in one hit. Now, I think if I use the Lonzo, which is the first one you start with again. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this. It used to be a different way to change the poles. Alright, now go back to Lonzo. And oh, where'd that Nord go? See how it only gave him half damage? If I hit him again, I do still catch him. Oh, we just got affinity again for my kitty. And of course the shark eel are easy to catch with the Lonzo. But if you do have all the poles unlocked, as you saw before, I think it's the Param here is good for the Norg. Now, the special fish like the Norg here that have their own special bait, they don't spawn a whole lot. And they do usually only spawn when there's a hot spot going on. Oh, there's one. It will take a lot of getting used to be able to hit them on one throw. I still miss all the time. And actually, I'm going to purposely miss here on regular fish to show you what does happen when you miss. Oh, see, Matt just threw his pole in, and you see him all run around. Other people can scare your fish away. No big deal right now because he's supposed to be here helping me because I actually want to show you what he can do as Volt. But the reason why we go in here friends only is because people can go in and they can run in the water and scare your fish away. They can shoot. I mean, look at the fish run. Oh, except don't look at that one run because I want to hit that one. Ah, damn it. See? I missed a lot. You could try to catch them while they're moving around, but it's pretty hard. And then eventually they will swim away. But I have my trusty zip line here. And I can go chase him down. Oh, the little turd. Oh, he just vanished. Now, like a lot of things in Warframe, fishing is glitchy. You saw right there before your eyes, he disappeared. Oh, you know what? My bait and dye disappeared too. So holding RB, tapping B and X. There we go. Nice. So you've seen what spawns here in the lake. We'll catch a few more and then we're going to move on. And I'm going to show you what spawns in the ponds at night. Okay, we moved over to a pond now. So where we are on the map. There's a bit of hot spot going on there in the middle. Where is it? There it is. Now you see I brought a Volt with me. That's Matt over there, sliding back and forth. And he is not just being weird, he's actually doing something important right now. because he is Volt, the more he moves along the ground, sliding around, running around, whatever, he builds up a static discharge. So basically shuffling his feet on the carpet and then shocking someone. So when he uses the Param, which is usually not that helpful, the Lonzo, he can hit any fish in one hit because he does more damage. Now we have some Cuthall spawning here because I use Cuthall bait. Now the Lonzo does barely any damage. You see it running away there? See how quick they move? The Cuthall are the ones that you want the pheromone thing here, the pheroma. Okay, let's get over here to where I actually put down the die. Oop, it's fading, so we'll throw out more Cuthall bait. Orange. Okay, now we want to throw out this one. Now, it's not going to make them completely complacent, but makes it a little easier to hit them. And I'm also going to switch, I believe, to Param. It could be the 2-lock. I can't remember. Oh, I have my gun out. Whoops. He ran away. Here's a big couple. See, they're fast. They're a little harder to hit. These are my least favorite fish to catch, by the way. Oh, it's still not the Param. Okay, so for Cuthall, it'll be the 2-lock. Now I gotta find a not pissed off one. There we go. So all that switching poles around, Matt here is not going to have to do that because he's got the static discharge built up. There are a few other Warframes that have stuff like that that can help you out, but Volt is like the easiest one for people to get. So that's the one I recommend. Here we go, we got some Cuthall. Those are good for bait. So now you've seen what we have in the ponds here, we'll move on to the ocean next. Alright, we're here in the ocean. This gets a little tricky because there's a lot of bases right here on the edge. We got a hot spot here. Now you could use Twilight bait here. Actually, I'll show you first. Twilight bait gets you regular ocean fish. You can use that during the day too. Now, of course, there's Goopla all the time, and they are like the most basic fish. But you can use them for bait, for cutting up for fish oil and fish meat, so it's not total loss to have those. But we want some shinier fish. Let's see. Let's wait till they spawn. Okay, I switched to the Lonzo. Oh, we had a Shrek, but then he got scared away. Hang on, hold still. Got him. But they are not the ones you really want to get here in the ocean. If you have the bait for it, the best fish you want to get are Glapid. Oop, we'll catch that one too. Oops. Oh my god, maybe we'll miss 3 times. Let's see. Got him. So I've already put out the Twilight bait that will eventually fade. But I can put out Glapid bait. And there will still be some Twilight fish showing up, but eventually it'll switch just to Glapid. Well, it'll switch to Goopla and get Glapid, because they don't just spawn Glapid. Come back here. Yeah, that was a Hail Mary throw. I'm also going to throw in a Pheroma. This is another Twilight fish at night. Now, actually, with the ocean, you can do the Twilight bait during the day in the ocean and still catch these Carkinas and Shreks. Why did I just get Nerodes? That was random. The big one we're looking for here is Glapid, and they are very rare. Take forever to spawn. Alright, we have our first Glapid. Now, I cannot remember what pole they are. I'm going to hope that they're the Param. They are. Now, large Glapid, you do not want to cut up for bait. You want to use them for standing. You could turn them in for Cetus standing, and they are 2,000 standing apiece. Oh, now see? That didn't work. So I must have had crit chance or something from my cat, which made me be able to catch them on that. So let's try the Lonzo. Oh, I was using the Lonzo. Let's try Param again. Of course, now we're not going to know because he was already half dead. Oh, and we lost our die. Nice. Now, even the small Glappet are worth 12,000 standing, so they are definitely good for standing. Now, the cool thing about this fishing stuff here, a lot of people don't like to do it. So you can actually sell fish for plat. That's how I make a lot of plat. Most fish will go for 2 to 3 plat. Well, you could ask for more. Some people sell them for 5 plat, but I sell them for 2 to 3 plat. And then the Glappet, of course, are a little more. 3 to 5 plat, at least. Some people will pay a lot more, but I don't ask for that much. So sometimes you'll be fishing and you won't see a whole lot of fish. Now, I'm not sure if this actually works or if it just happens to be coincidence, but sometimes I find that using your weapon and then re-equipping your fishing pole helps make the fish show up more. I mean, you can't tell right now because the fish were already showing up for me, but if you ever have that, give that a shot and let me know if it works in the comments. But now I will show you what happens when you are done fishing. So we're gonna head out of the plains and into Cetus. So I'll fast forward again. So when you are done fishing, you come here to Cetus, come through the door, and wait forever for it to load and extract you. It takes quite a bit, and I'll show you what we get when we do finally extract. Alright, so we're checking out our rewards. Now I have to let you know that I have a resource booster on. It's doubler, so everything you see here is doubled because that does affect your fish. So, a pretty good haul of fish here. And that was almost an hour of fishing, not even. Now I have a lot of fish because I had one day I was sick and I just sat there fishing and fishing and fishing and I haven't turned any in for quite a bit. So we're going to go over to the fisher again. And instead of buying stuff, today we are going to use their fishing services.
Places herself at the service of Cetus's champion.
No, I don't really need stuff for bait, but I'll show you what to do. See, I have a lot of fish. So let's do like however many that is. Cute Cuthall, Goopla. Oh, this is gonna kill me because I don't usually turn these into bait. Couple Glappid, Kokina, just a little bit of everything. Now you see I did a lot of 4, so 4 Marfish, 4 Mercury, 4 Norg. Let's do 4 Sharks. A little bit of everybody. Okay. These ones I have 4 of, so just pay attention to that amount for a second now. Now I could provide that much standing, which is a lot, but we don't need standing from those fish. We need bait.
I find a use for it.
So now I did 4 Sharks, 4 Norgs, 4 Mawfish. So you get as many as you turn in. Whether it's small or large, you still get 1 of these extra things per fish. The only thing you get extra of with the different sizes is fish meat and fish oil, which is down here. Now all this stuff is used to make bait. And it's also used in random things. You need Norg Brain to level up in Cetus. You need some of these things to make things like the Arcanes or the Amps or Zaws. Anything you can make in Cetus, you'll need some of this stuff for it. Now, the beetle shell you got from the Glappid, I don't know what you use it for. Somebody was looking for it one day, so it's obviously used for something, but I recommend not cutting up Glappid for bait. I'll show you why here in a second. So we're going to get all this stuff. But now we are going to choose just 10 Glappid. 10 medium. Okay, go down over here to okay. And now look, I have a maximum of 15,000 standing, and that's how much 10 medium Glappid gives me. 15,000 standing. So bam, there's my standing for the day. That resets every day with the same reset as everything else. So I recommend coming every day if you have a stockpile of Glappid and turning in your fish for the day and then moving on. Now that will make it so I can't get any standing from bounties in Cetus for the day. So if you want, turn in some, but not all of it, and you can still get some bounties and stuff. But otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll put a link in the description to the different fish and where they spawn and the baits to use and all that good stuff. If you have anything you want to know about, please let me know. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe and all that, and we'll see you next time.